charge this, to charge that, and really create alignment. And so when you talk about what makes us different, man, it's that freaking alignment. Like that is so important to us, and creating a culture where we understand truly to our core that we are one and we are not creating a them versus us mentality, which is so common in the franchise world, but that everything we do is to support their growth and their ability to take care of the client, the property owner, and the customer, the tenant.
What guidance and advice do you have for the approach for taking these off-the-shelf pieces of software and constructing it together to something that adds up to a lot of leverage?
Yeah, I think right now, I think it's a golden time for us to be involved because it's more integration than there's ever been, right? More products are integrating with this, even Zapier, like Lead Simple integrates with Zapier, which can open up a lot of different products talking to each other. Meld is getting more integrated. The AppFolio, the Buildiums, the Propertyware, the Yardies are integrating more. Rent managers, definitely use the vendors. Like my own worst enemy. I know we talk about this every time I see you almost. It's like I build my own stuff when I shouldn't. Like, why didn't I just use Lead Simple? When you guys had your processes, I should just take it over, or your lead nurturing CRM, or why don't I use, other tools out there, Property Meld, rather than build my own? Because you shouldn't. It's not cost effective. And so my suggestions, use these good vendors like Second Nature. There's great vendors. There's so many out there. Steady. There's tons of vendors out there that's you're probably doing what you want to do. It might not be exact, but it's good enough to that experience that can add value to you, your company, and to your clients. And so my goal is, I still believe in a data warehouse. I still believe you need to have a centralized truth of data that can communicate with all your other pieces of product.
We think we could do everything, and only we could do it. And it can only be done my way. I think it's very natural, and I think in certain personalities, it's much harder to give that up. I'm that person. I need to do it, and I'm almost the mama bear too. Oh, let me just do it. I got this. I'll take that call. I'll send that email. And it was a huge thing of trusting that I don't need to do everything and that they could do it. And they're going to make mistakes, and they are mistakes, and we learn, and we go, okay, how could we do that differently now? If that's a mistake we made, we learn. But it was a huge that I can trust that they could do it. And for me, when I told them that, when I said, I am stepping away, I'm going to let you handle the onboarding calls. I'm going to let you handle the calls for the owners. You handle the owners for the residents. I am stepping away. They appreciated it. They said, thank you. Thank you for trusting us.
They stepped up.
They appreciated it. And I was nervous because I was like, what if they're not ready? What if they can't handle it? And they just say, okay, they don't know the answer. Let me get back to you on that. And then they'll ask me. But I'm behind the scenes. I'm behind the scenes kind of supporting them.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be beneficial, and it's going to be extremely positive for the industry as a whole, because you've heard it, right? Software designers build a software without the end user, and then end user gets it and like, well, what is this? So now having people that are daily using this, providing honest feedback, and that is going to help our industry, because it's now actually tools, it's software that is purposely built for our industry, and it's going to allow smaller companies to compete with Wall Street. To think about what I can do with Lead Simple 10 years ago, only Wall Street could develop software that could do that. We're now
or Ben Sensabaugh.
Yeah, Ben Sensabaugh. Now I can compete with a 10,000 door company software wise. Maybe not on other areas, but I can have the same thing.
And so including the whole team and letting them be part of that discussion not only helps you figure out where that need is and establish that universe, but it also helps with the buy-in of adopting a new program that is really going to be up to them to run.
100%.
So,
and what I find commonly is not seen or appreciated is that staff members can absolutely sabotage the adoption, and particularly for owners that are really hands-off and they're really distant.
When you think about trends in the industry, where things are headed, what's on your horizon? What comes to mind for you of like notable trends in the industry right now?
Well, I would say one of the biggest trends right now is, aside from acquisitions, I would say would be regulatory risk. So we're getting a lot of risk from the federal government at this point, talking about limiting what we're able to do on the revenue side. There's a lot going on as far as fair housing considerations. There's just a lot more that the government at the federal level is trying to get involved in. Now, So, I mean, that is a big thing, I think, right now in the industry. The other trend I'm seeing is it's starting to feel a lot more like circa 2012, 2013, as far as the leads that are coming in. Leasing also. So it's no longer the super landlords market that it was from a leasing perspective. Days on market are up.